What's up, guys? So, last video I just did, there was nothing happening most of the video. There was a few stalkers, cars on the video, and then there was engine sounds and dogs barking the rest of the video that you might not be able to hear, I don't know. But it was mostly quiet the whole video, and then the dogs started barking, and then they were barking the entire time. But but then at the end of the video, I saw these headlights up the street. I was like, is it gonna stalk me? And it did. After I turned the camera off, it was Whitey, and then I saw a cop. But anyway, I was watching King Jr.'s live stream the other day, and there was someone on there talking about uh, how the stalkers don't know what they're doing, and they're just controlled by frequencies, and they're just like doing things unknowingly. And I think there is an aspect of something like that happening, which I'll get to, but no, I think they know what they're doing. Um, like, I see this every day, like all day, every day. I'll see this like a lot throughout the day, every day. Cars will just pull up to intersections, to stop signs, or they'll just be sitting at a stop sign, or they'll be sitting at a green light, or they'll be sitting at a red light turning right, you know, and they'll just be sitting there, and they'll be sitting staring straight ahead or staring at me. And they'll just sit there for a really long time, and then they'll drive right when I step over the curb, you know, and they're not distracted, or they're not texting somebody back, they're not like looking for something in their car or whatever, like they're just sitting there staring straight ahead. So I see this all the time, like multiple times a day, every day. I'll see that, you know, and then I'll see people like giving me weird looks and shit. Like they'll look at me as they do a stalker thing, and then the stalker children will be giving themselves away, like with their facial expressions. Like they'll be glancing over at me as they stalk me and shit, with like the smirk on their face and shit. You know what I mean? Like, you can see it in their face that they know what they're doing. They're looking at me. You know, like you can tell, or I can tell anyway, by looking at their face, like that they know what they're doing. But however, I do think there is an aspect of like, you know, maybe they make people cough synced that are unaware that they're coughing synced and things like that. I think for the most part, people know what they're doing, but I think maybe sometimes things like that are happening because me, like, I'll walk up to an intersection and I'll burp right at that moment. And this is always happening. And it happened on the video that I just did. I didn't mean to burp at a synced moment. It just happens like that all the time. Like, I'll have, like, gas bubbles, like, trapped, and then they'll release when I walk up to an intersection or a crosswalk or whatever. Or I'll cough right at that moment. Or I'll, like, pull my cell phone out as I'm walking up to an intersection, and I'm like, wait a minute. Why did I do that right there? You know? And like this is always happening every day. Things like that are always happening every day. Like I think they like implant thoughts in your head sometimes. They like put like impulses in your head, so you're like, you know, you do a thing at a certain moment. You cough at a certain moment or whatever. So I think there is an aspect to it like that. But I don't think that people are just out here unknowingly doing all this weird shit. And like people just do nonsensical shit too. Like people just like coworkers at jobs especially, and like and stuff, like, and just like everybody, like people just do random shit like that doesn't make any sense, you know what I mean? Like they'll just do things that like, why would you do that? Like why would you just walk over here and then walk back over there for no reason and shit, and you know, just do weird shit that doesn't make any sense, you know? Or like, you know, and then sometimes they're coughing and it's like obviously a fake cough. You know, like there's a lot of things that like it's clear to me that they know what they're doing, like, so I think it's like, I don't know. I think perhaps, yes, possibly there's people coughing synced that don't know that they're coughing synced. But I don't know. But also, I mean, I've mentioned this a bunch of times, but I think a lot of them are uh, trapped in this thing where they don't want to stalk. They actually don't have any beef with you or anything. They just have to do it for whatever reason, and they're like forced to do it in a sense. Which, when you think about it, like think about if you're forced to do that, and then if you have to like drive by somebody with a really loud engine and honk as you drive by and shit, and like you don't want to do it, but you have to do it. Like think about how fucked up that is, like, to be that person. That would be fucked up. So like I try to have empathy because I do see people that look like that, and like certain people look like that every time I see them. Because I don't really, at the end of the day, none of the TIs really know what's going on. We have our speculations. We don't really know exactly what's happening. We all have speculations, and we all like watch each other's videos and read books by TIs or so-called TIs. You don't know who's really a TI, you know? So like, it's like, at the end of the day, I don't know exactly what's happening, but my gut tells me that that number one, they know what they're doing, but number two, not all of them are bad, in my opinion, or in my observations, what it seems to look like. It's not all of them are bad, you know. I don't know. I don't know though. But like I said, they just do random shit like sit at an intersection for no reason. So just want to say that, yeah, I think they know what they're doing. They're not body snatched, or at least not 100% body snatched. So that's my 2 cents. What do y'all think? Let me know your opinions. I'm out.